get to know me from within.
Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding and yeah, what did you want to say to the camera? And then we're also going to be talking about supplementing and exclusively formula feeding, because Harper here has a protein and milk allergy. So we did have quite a bit of trial and error where we had to find out exactly how to get all her nutrients in. So let me go ahead and put this little one down and then we'll get right into it. Like I said, Harper has a milk protein allergy, so we had to eventually just formula feed. But I did breastfeed for, I believe, 2 months. So I wanted to give you guys a couple tips and tricks and tell you exactly what I used, and then how I supplemented with formula, and then how we ended up completely using formula exclusively for her. I did have a little bit lower supply, so what I actually ended up doing was I would have to pump so that I would stimulate myself a little bit more, and I used the Ameda. It was really good. It's supposed to be like a hospital grade strength, and I don't have anything to compare it to, but I really think it worked great. I actually used 2 different flanges. One was a 21 millimeter and then the other one was a 24 millimeter. Flanges are basically just the part that goes over your breast, and depending on your nipple size, that is the one that you would choose. Another product that I used once I started pumping a lot more so that I could help increase my supply was the Kobu Spray for lubricating the pump parts. Made it a lot more comfortable to pump. I would also use one of my Lanolin creams, or I also use the nipple butter. I found that a combination of using the Lanolin or the nipple butter with the spray on the pump parts was really comfortable. It just made pumping a lot more tolerable for me, and it wasn't that bad, honestly. I did get a clogged milk duct, which at the end, massage and just pumping and feeding was the best way to get rid of that. For the pump parts, I also use some bras that I got on Amazon. This is one of the bras. This one would clip onto your nursing bra. Another bra that I used was one that would just slide out, and basically it would just go like this, and you could put the pump in the middle on the inside bottom. So this was my favorite bra. This bra, basically you just put it on and you can zipper it up. If you see, there's a zipper, and then in here goes the pump part. And along with the bras, I did also get Nipple Shield, and these are the Nipple Shields by Medela. They have a little sponge on the inside so that they can catch the milk. This really just shields it from irritating. Is everything okay? Yeah, why? Okay, because she's screaming a lot. I was just making sure. She's having fun. Okay. Also, when I was still very sore and nothing else was helping, I would do warm compresses of these. I would just put them in the microwave. They do come with the sleeve. And then for storing my breast milk, I use the Milky's breast milk storage bags. These bags were really great. And the last product that I did like using was my Haka. This is the off-brand. It's called NatureBond from Amazon. It's perfect. And I use that on my other breast so that I wouldn't leak. And I would definitely suggest using this on the other side so you don't lose any milk. And speaking of leaks, I had to buy so many of these little pads so that I can use them under my bra. These ones I got from Amazon. And honestly, even though they had really great reviews, I thought they got soaked really fast and I did not like them. So I would suggest going for the little bit more expensive ones. I believe these are by Lansinoh. So these ones, even though they look extremely thin and like they wouldn't retain anything at all, they actually retained a ton, and I would constantly go through these. So I would suggest buying like 3 packs of these. I think 2 of them come in a pack, 2 or 3. So in the beginning, I was exclusively breastfeeding, and then when we went to have Harper's weigh-in, or I should say her second weigh-in, she hadn't gained any weight. That is what alerted our pediatrician to know that she wasn't getting enough nutrients, and I thought it was from my low supply. So what they said was for me to pump more so that I could build up my supply. And they also asked me to supplement with formula. At first, I did supplement. So basically what we did was I would breastfeed her on each breast, and then I would top her off with a couple of ounces or whatever she would take of formula. That seemed to work for a while, but then her stomach got upset. She started getting mucousy stools and then blood in her stool. So that's when we went to the doctor and they tested it and realized she had a milk protein allergy. At this point, they told me to stop having dairy myself, which I did for, I believe, 2 weeks that I stopped having dairy. And I did decide to stop breastfeeding in that time because it was irritating her stomach, and just exclusively formula feed. So then once we were done with that, I started breastfeeding again, and unfortunately she started getting sick again from the tummy with her reflux and started getting blood in her stool again. So once we spoke to the pediatrician, she did recommend another formula, which is Lansinoh. I will show you that right here. So the pediatrician recommended Neocate Lansinoh, and this one completely has probiotics and prebiotics. It's hyperallergenic, amino acid based infant formula with DHA. It's for cow's milk allergy, and then for other food allergies as well as GI issues. I decided to stop breastfeeding, even though it was really, really hard and I felt really horrible that I couldn't give it to her. At the end of the day, it was safer and better for her to completely be on the specialized formula. So we did end up just using this formula, and it has been amazing. It does have some very weird, dirty diapers. They look like tar, black tar, but I have read on the Neocate website that that is exactly how they're supposed to look. It took a little while for her to get used to it, but she definitely now loves her formula. And we use the baby Brezza, which is amazing, so that we can have the formula ready right away. I 100% recommend it if you are exclusively formula feeding, or even if you're supplementing. The baby Brezza is basically a Keurig for formula. It just makes it instantly at whatever temperature that you want. So that is a plus. I do also want to tell you guys, if you do have a baby that has a milk protein allergy and you end up going with Neocate, there is a way that you can get this covered through insurance. I'll link it down below. You can go onto their website and fill out the form to get it covered through insurance. So since we did end up exclusively formula feeding, I went with the Avent Bottles. These, which have basically a little lip on the side that does help with airflow, so it's still good for colic. And then we went with the natural nipple. We use gas drops, and then we also use probiotics. The gas drops are by Little Remedies, and then the probiotics are by Easy Breeze, I believe, or something like that. I will link that down below as well. And I think her gas issues are just because her formula is just so concentrated, but they really have been helping a lot, and she is just a very happy baby now. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Just remember, fed is best. So if you are breastfeeding, supplementing, or formula feeding, or by donation milk, you are an amazing mom, and don't you forget it. And I really hope that you guys like this video. If you want to hear more videos about this, or about her milk protein allergy and how we are dealing with it, and how we're going to be changing her diet later on when we're introducing solids, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below with any questions. And again, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. I love making these videos for all you moms out there and dads, and I really hope that they do help you guys. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.
Past the copper statues of everyone you've ever